About the whole competing with WoW. I think the other day, the New World social media person on Twitter, I don't think they got into like heat, or I don't think they got into hot water, but obviously with a new MMO launch, there's going to be those conversations of, is this going to be the next WoW killer? Right? We get that like all the time. And then we usually get the responses of, the real WoW killer is Blizzard. Real funny, very clever. And these days, very plausible. But the person on the New World Twitter, the New World thing on Twitter, just kind of like fanned the fires of that. Someone put out some tweet saying, "Yeah, it's gonna be the next WoW killer," yada yada yada. And then the New World Twitter was like, "Go on." It was very coy. I personally took it as very playful. It was just, hey, it's just the social media people, and you don't need to take the social media people that seriously. The WoW social media, the Final Fantasy one, you see it with like fast food Twitter handles too. They often joke and banter around. Sometimes they talk smack, but it's all in good fun. It's all to like, just get that bit of attention, and it worked because, well, I'm talking about it, and other people were talking about it for a little bit. But is New World going to be the WoW killer? No, I don't think so. Only because I see these games as very different. And for anyone, my take on it is that for anyone who is switching, so to speak, whether it's from, whether it's to Final Fantasy or to New World or to a phone game, whatever, I don't think it's so much, they do, they do it so much better than World of Warcraft. I think the first thing is that it's something different. It's something new. I think that's what a lot of the phenomena of people that leave one MMO and go to another and to be like, wow, look at this, is because they don't know what's going on. I'm going to jump into New World in a bit and be like, okay, I played through some of the beta, but still, like, I played through so little of it that I'm like, wow, what is all this? What am I doing? And that journey of discovery is something that you don't really get when you dive into like the 8th expansion of a game. That sense of wonder tends to be muted because in the back of your mind, you have all these little things that it's like, okay, I got to do this. I know what's going to happen here. This is that trope. Here's that gameplay thing, and so on and so forth. No doubt, though, I feel like New World is probably going to take a chunk. It's gonna be one more bite out of the bear that is World of Warcraft. Like that's a given. I remember Diablo 3 was a bite out of WoW subscriptions for a while, back when they were like tracking that stuff, and people attributed a lower sub count to the Diablo 3 release, even though someone say like, it wasn't like the best release in its original, the original release wasn't its best at all. But as for it being, as for the whole thing about it being a WoW killer and the jokes on that, I just thought it was fun. I thought that I think my very emotional reaction was like, ooh, it's okay, it's all good. I think I've seen on Twitter there are WoW devs who are congratulating people on the New World folks on the launch, which I get because there's a good chunk. I don't know how big the chunk is actually, but there are a number of WoW developers that moved over to Amazon Studios. Because, hey, money, right? I think I talked about it earlier, that bringing people over to a newer studio like Amazon, the incentive is that they're going to pay you more. Let me try to reiterate that, because I think I was kind of rushing into that one. For people that have been seeing folks from Blizzard move over to other studios, especially Amazon in this case, a lot of the lure is money. And some people would say, and heck, even I would say, part of the allure that was in Blizzard was the prestige. Ooh, I'm gonna have worked on a Blizzard game. This is great. These days, that whole that whole lure is it's not as strong as it was before. to say the least. And so something like just straight money, yeah, cool. That'll bring people over. But I guess one of the reasons why Amazon and other newer studios would try to lure people in with just more money is because they're not as established. They don't have like a battery of shipped games to be like, okay, cool, you want to work with us, you'll be able to bust out games like these. Wow, okay, that's kind of cool. Amazon, not so much. And so I hope the best for this launch. That's why I wanted to play it, because I wanted to give it a good, honest second chance. I gave it like 6 or 7 hours on the beta. That wasn't enough. So let's give it a week, right? It's only fair. I hope it works out. And we'll get to that in just a little bit.